Hello. This is a short presentation about a small but vitally important global charity called Unique. Inform, network, support. This is Unique's mission statement. It sums up the reason the charity exists. No other charity does what Unique does, which is why their work is so important to these disabled children with rare chromosome or gene disorders and those who care for them. This is who Unique are, a tiny charity with a large membership. They have a small but dedicated staff team with just 3 full-timers, but the membership is growing all the time. A quick biology lesson here to explain what a rare chromosome or gene disorder is. We have 23 pairs of chromosomes. We each have 2 copies of each chromosome. One comes from our mum and one from our dad. You've probably heard of one chromosome disorder, Down syndrome, which is when a person has 3 copies of chromosome 21 rather than the usual 2. Down syndrome is not rare. The chromosome disorders Unique support are much rarer. It's just that when you add them together, lots of people are affected, many more than those affected by Down syndrome. Rare chromosome disorders can happen to anyone, from any background or any walk of life, and those affected are often severely learning and physically disabled. Life-limiting means things like being unable to walk, talk, or feed yourself, and children affected often need round-the-clock care. That's day and night. This puts a real stress on their families. Because these conditions are rare, there is often very little information about how a person or child will be affected and how it might affect them in the future. They often have no healthcare pathway to follow and a lack of treatment and research. This leaves parents feeling isolated and alone, not knowing where to turn to for help and information. Parents are often given a series of letters and numbers which describes their or their child's chromosome disorder. The conditions don't even have a name. Most doctors who aren't specialist geneticists wouldn't have a clue where to start. That's where Unique comes in. We can explain what all those letters and numbers actually mean. These examples are real people, not just a number. They face very real challenges, but at least by knowing what those challenges are, their parents can get them the help they need. This covers how Unique helps, the charity's services, or the main ways in which we help people. The listening ear is a helpline for distressed parents, the first place they call for help. We are often the only ones with the information to answer their questions. As a charity, it's all provided free of charge. We don't want anyone who needs our help to be put off because they can't afford it. That's why fundraising is so important. Having been told by a doctor that they don't know about their child's condition, Unique is often able to give them a printed leaflet about it, which answers lots of their questions. These are called information guides and are based on information from other Unique members and their disabled children. Having a guide like this is like lightening the darkness, as one parent put it. No other charity in the world provides these resources to families. So, these are what our guides look like, and as I say, are available to download for free on our website. We also have a feeding guide, a guide to transition, be that between schools or between paediatric and adult services, and vitally, our Carers' Well-Being Guide. Carers can often be overlooked when the focus has been on diagnosing the individual presenting with health issues, and it is so important to acknowledge and care for their emotional and physical well-being. A guide that Unique are currently working on describes the various therapies that individuals with rare chromosome or single gene disorders may receive, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech and language therapy. Lots of people fundraise for Unique to make sure we can afford to go on providing our services. In fact, Unique couldn't exist without them. These are just some of the things they have done, from cake sales to colour runs, silly sock days to scary climbs, long-distance runs and cycles. All these people are doing their bit to help children with rare chromosome disorders and their families. All these children have rare chromosome disorders. They are from all different backgrounds. It's important to remember that everyone is unique. Thank you very much for listening.